Hello everybody and welcome back to the playthrough. In today's episode we are basically just going to carry on from where we left off at our previous episode. We had just finished building the bigger wall around our Mistlands base, and we've also got the smeltery going with some iron bars so that we can build ourselves a blast furnace to get some black metal bars. We are going to have to make a bit of a foray into the plains biome that's right next to our Mistlands base so we can get some black metal scraps, as I don't particularly feel like sailing a whole bunch of it down there. I don't think it would take too long, but I think it'll just be quicker for us to go and gather it from there. And at the minute we're just popping back to base so we can refresh our comfort or our rested bonus. For some reason we've only got 22 minutes there. We'd lost a couple of minutes from something. Oh, a little bit of lag there. I think the world might be saving, possibly. Yes, it did. I think our hot tub in our comfort room must have run out of coal or run out of wood in the burner, so we probably have to refill that next time we go back. I was wondering why we lost a couple of minutes there. We should be getting 24 minutes. So yeah, that's what we're on with currently. We're just waiting for this last iron bar so we can build ourselves a blast furnace. This is our new walled off area. We've obviously made it much larger. And we need some black metal scraps so that we can get some black metal bars to then be able to build our sap extractor, which we're going to need to start using pretty much as soon as possible. I'm just moving the portal as well because I didn't like having it right in the middle of the base area. I just want to put it near the edge so that we've got room to build more stuff if we need it. As I said in our previous episode, I'm still a bit 50-50 about this area. I've been thinking about it and yeah, a bit back and forth with it. Just because of the amount of work we'd have to do in flattening it. Just flattening it is going to take a bit of time. We'd probably have to get the pickaxe out and mine out quite a bit of it to make it as flat as possible. So I think, I don't know, what we're going to do is we're going to continue exploring. We're going to need to find some more things. There's a lot more stuff we need to find, so we're going to do some of the exploring of this island and stuff like that. But why can I not get this tag to work? What's going on? Is there a space between Mist and base? Or is it... Oh no, actually I think it might be... Oh, I can't get it to open up for some reason. Oh, there we are. I think it's capital B, but there's no space. Or is it lowercase m? And then no space. Why am I failing so much at this tag? Oh, it's raining. Is it something to do with me? No. Alright. Right, do capital M. Oh, mid. Not mid. Mist. And capital B. Mist base. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's this one. There we go, right. This is the main reason why you should always check your tags on the portal you're destroying. If you want to move portals, check the tags. Oh, the Seeker is still out there. We should probably go and take him down. Yeah, always check the tags on the portal when you destroy it, so that you know what to rebuild. Oh, jeez. I've just managed to block that with the sword. We should probably get our shield out. So yes, this was one of the first enemies we encountered at the end of our previous episode. He's currently attacking our wall for some reason. We'll just drag him over here. Yeah, as you can see there, look, he's flying. They can fly. So if you are stood on a higher area than where the Seeker is, and you've got its attention, it will fly up to you. Oh wow, we actually managed to parry that, I think. Or did we parry it? No, we didn't. We didn't parry him, we just blocked it. Oh, our rogue fired a shot as well. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, you must be just over here. There you are. Greetings. Just give him a little nod. Thanks for the assistance, pal. Oh, a hare has just made its way into our wall, and it's going to run out again. Just close the door on it. I'm not a huge fan of killing the hares because, well, they're bunny rabbits. They're quite cute, but sadly we need their meat and their skin. Apologies, Mr. Hare. But your materials are needed, I'm afraid. We have recipes and craftable things to make with your stuff, so we kind of need it, I'm afraid. Right, let's take down this smeltery and blast furnace. What are we missing? 20 fine wood. Oh, we need the artisan table. I think I forgot to bring that with me. Yeah, we did. And we can't teleport because we're holding an iron bar. I knew that. As soon as I ran up to the portal, I knew I wasn't going to be able to teleport through there. There's no space in that chest, but there's one in here, so we need to run back and grab ourselves a dragon tier and some wood to build this artisan table. We should have a spare dragon's tier, actually, because you get given several of them for killing Moda, and you only need, like, I think it's 1 or 2 to build the artisan table. So we just take this one. Take this one? Yeah, we'll just take this one. To be honest, like I've said, with the base I'm planning on building in the Mistlands, I'm going to have pretty much all crafting there. Now, I do have the materials back at base if I desperately need an artisan table back at our original base, our home base. We can always rebuild that table, but I think it'll just be easier for us to just transport things that are already built there. So we just knock down the table and build it. There we go. Yeah, it's literally one dragon's tear, and I think we've still got a few of those left. The thing I like about the developers with them, one of the things they did with the bosses was that for the majority of boss items that they drop several of them so that you can build several of the items from them. I believe it's only like the wishbone that you get from bone mass, and I think it might just be the wishbone, you know. Oh, the key you get from the elder as well. They're the only ones that drop one of. But you only need one of those because you don't craft anything with them. As long as you don't lose the key, you should be fine. And if you do lose the key, or if you lose the wishbone, you can always go back and kill the boss again and get another one. They do repeatedly drop them. Right, this is very convenient, having a fulling camp or a fulling building right next to us. Oh, hello, Death Skeetos. I like that he stabbed me and only did 18 damage. I'm always quite happy when Death Skeetos don't deal that much damage to me, because when I first started playing Valheim, Death Skeetos were the bane of my existence. The amount of times that I would accidentally sail past a plains biome and just get instantly killed on my boat. The plains and the swamp were my two hated areas. The swamp creatures used to kill me over and over and over, and I used to remember wasting hours and hours having to sail back on a small raft or one of the calves to try and get my equipment back. Oh, it was horrible. Right, come on Fullings, where are you? We need you. I'm surprised that this Fulling camp only had like one Fulling in there. Usually there's a few of them. Now that's mist from the Mistlands, so this biome isn't that... Oh, there's another one. Come here you, stop running away. Be reasonable. Come on, get back here. Boom. Oh, he didn't even notice us. What? I think that might be a bug to do with some of the combat, because he ran up to us like he was gonna attack us, like he'd noticed us, and then he kind of turned around and kind of like slowly walked away. But then when I hit him just then, the game acted as though it was a sneak attack, like he didn't know I was there. But obviously he did know I was there because he ran right up to my character. Maybe it's like a dragging distance. You can only drag them a certain distance away, and then if you get to the limit of that distance, maybe they then start walking away and then acting like they don't know they don't know that you're there. I don't know. It's a bizarre mechanic. It's happened a few times on the playthrough so far. Creatures that have just walked up to us and then I've hit them, and it's had the sneak attack bonus on it. Not that I'm complaining about getting free sneak attacks. That is a lot of extra damage that does make killing stuff a lot easier. Oh, it has just gone nighttime as well, but this is actually perfectly timed because we will get more Fullings spawn at nighttime. So that's pretty good actually. I'm happy with that. We just need to keep wandering around and giving the area some time to spawn in the group of them. I think we need about 10 of the black metal bars. Is it 10 or it might be 5? Oh, there's another route. The ancient route is pulsating with energy. I'm not going to mark this one because it's too far away from our base. I don't really need this one. Plus it's right in the middle of the plains, which is weird. This must be the overlap on the border. Oh yeah, you can half see the border on the mini map there. So yeah, there's a bit of an overlap on the border. There's another one there as well. Or is that a branch? There could be a branch that's on the skybox and we just kind of saw it through the clouds. Aha. Oh no, that's just a bonfire. Is that camp or is that... Oh, we haven't cleared this one out yet. Oh, this is right on the border of a mountain. So there's a small mountain here as well. I know I've said this before, but this island that we're on currently, it's still part of that plains island where our plains base is. It's just far north. But this island really does have a little bit of everything on it. I'm just going to pop bone mass while I just sprint in and fight these Fullings. I'm not that worried about them, even if I didn't have bone mass, but I don't really want to spend time dragging groups of them away and fighting them individually, so we'll just run in and get all their attention. This should give us plenty of black metal. Oh, there's friggin' loads of them, holy. This is a well-populated village. Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot. And there's a berserker too. They are doing very little damage to me. Like, even the berserkers, like, I think he just about caught us with that attack there. The only thing that we should be worried about right now is the fact that we're being attacked by so many of them. A big swarm of them. They're slowly chipping away at my health bar. Well, there's a 1-star in there as well. We're also low on stamina, which is not great. Don't you shout at me, berserker. I'm currently wiping out half your family right here. Okay, we're doing okay on health. We're not bad. Oh, that's his charged up attack, which isn't doing that much damage to us at all. I think he missed the second and the third swing. Fighting on this hill is really difficult because we keep sliding down the hill and being out of range to hit them. And also my really bad positioning skills as well. I can't believe I missed those 3 attacks. We need some flat area. Give us some flat area. Come on. Right, there we go. We've got another one down. Let's take this 1-star out. Nope, he decided to step behind us because he's a sneaky little bugger. What is going on with my... just changed my settings on my... I'm using a controller at the minute, and it just feels as though whenever I'm attacking, it's not attacking where I'm pointing. Like, I'm missing a lot of attacks where in previous, like, episodes I feel like I didn't miss. Or I wouldn't have missed those, so I'm just trying to work out what it is I've gone wrong. Have I turned off a setting that I didn't realise? There is a setting in the settings menu, I think it's in gameplay, or maybe controls, where you can basically set your attack direction. So obviously you can look in one direction and then you can start strafing left or right, or you can even start running backwards. And that setting basically changes it so that if I was to be running backwards and attack with my weapon, it would attack behind me. So my view would be facing this way, I'd be running backwards, my character would be facing the screen, and it would attack in that direction as well. But then if I turn that option on, it basically means that even though I'm running backwards, if I attack looking forwards, my character will then spin around and attack in the direction that I'm looking. I think that's the option I just turned back on. I don't know why it was turned off though, because it's not a setting that I usually play with. Maybe it's maybe there's a hotkey for it that I didn't realise and I've turned it off by accident. I don't really know. Maybe an update changed it. Maybe the Bog Witch update changed that. Are we doing 18? Wow, that's a lot. Right, let's go back to base. We don't really need to be here anymore. Oh, Death Skeeto. Can we outrun you? It looks like we can. See you later, pal. I'm not going to get stabbed by you up the backside, thank you very much. I'd rather not. You're going to keep chasing me, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Sit down. We'll take your stinger, thank you. Oh, your needle, sorry. Stinger, needle, same thing. It's the pokey part. There's some black forest over there too. That kind of Christmas tree looking tree that's a black forest tree. Oh, it was a black forest tree. Strange. Must be a tiny splodge of it, like really small. Probably not even enough to actually make a biome. Ah, there we go. We'll just jump over the wall. We'll just cheat our way in. Right, we need to start dumping some stuff off. We need some coal as well. Let's drop the stone in there. What else can we drop? We only need 10 of these, so we'll put the other 8 in the other chest. Take the stone out, put that in there. There we go. And we'll put the stone in the other chest. But for now, we just need to place black metal scraps in there. Perfect. And where's the coal? Oh, sorry, no, the coal's on the other side of there. It is. I always forget with the blast furnace because it's different to the standard smeltery. The standard smeltery is they're on opposite sides to each other. So you go on one side and put the iron scraps in, or the copper or the tin, and then you go to the opposite side to put the coal in. But I always forget the blast furnace has them right next to each other. It's 2 slots. Probably because we haven't used the blast furnace that much. Right. That's pretty good. We're getting there. We are on our way to starting off our collection of things in the Mistlands. I think what I'm going to do now is, because it's still night time, Although I can't imagine there'll be much time of the night left. We should probably just go and sleep, if we can. Just checking everything's okay. We haven't got any random monsters around. I really don't think we're going to be sleeping for that long, I'll be honest. But hopefully we'll get back and at least 5 of the black metal scraps should be done. Black metal bars. But yes, the main reason why we're doing this is because we have obviously collected the sap extractor, or the dverger, or dwarven extractor from the dwarves and one of their camps, and we need to use that sap extractor on the ancient roots that we keep finding in the Mistlands. We've marked them on the minimap, and we need to start extracting sap from them. They are basically roots of the world tree, Yggdrasil roots. And the sap is exceedingly required. 6 of them, perfect. Go, we only need 5. We need, is it 10 bits of Yggdrasil wood, I believe? Where's sap extractor? There it is. Yeah, 10 Yggdrasil wood, and obviously the diverger extractor as well. So we need the extractor from there, and we'll grab 10 bits of wood from here. Thank you very much. Now, obviously I've marked the routes on the map. So what we're going to do is go to the closest one, which is literally just a little bit northern of our base. It should be right around here. There it is. Right, so we need to go up here. I might have forgotten something. We need a workbench. Oh, we do have the wood for it. Fantastic. Right, let's build that. Just wherever we can. Yeah, perfect. Pop it there. And then obviously with the sap extractor, you just need to build it on the actual route itself. You'll see that it goes, it colours in so that you can actually build it. And there you go, when you hover over it, it says sap extractor, extracting 0 of 10. So we just have to leave that now. It's very similar to a smeltery or something like that. So you just have to leave it working. Now, what I should do now, so this marker on the minimap here, on the map there, is that's where we got the sap extractor from, but we need to find more of those. That was the dwarven camp, I believe it was, but we might pop over and have a quick look actually, just so I can show you where we got it from, because I do realise that we haven't done that yet. Oh, we've got ourselves into a... oh, there we go, we're okay. I believe I was trying to explain this as well in our previous episode, is traversing the Mistlands is quite difficult. You do need a lot of stamina. Luckily enough, we have our rested buff, and we have food is quite recent. But yeah, with the sap extractor, that will sap or extract up to 10 sap, and then we have to walk up to it and activate it to gather that sap. And it does work the same as, say, like the windmill, so that if there's 5 ready in there and you desperately need 5, you can activate it early and get those 5. Here we go. Here is the dwarven camp that we got the extractor from. You can see the wooden wall that surrounds it, and then there's kind of like one of the skeletons or the corpses from the giants that used to live here. That's what they're mining out. And they obviously have some mist torches and lanterns and stuff like that to clear the mist away. But we do need to find a lot more of these. Oh, there's a seeker in there as well. Let's try and ping him with the boat, see how much damage we can do. How much damage did we do? Not bad. About 15% of his health, roughly. Oh. With these particular mining camps, there are spikes built around the edge of the wall, so you need to be careful when approaching them. They don't deal a huge amount of damage, but they do have a lot of knockback, so just be careful. There we go, take the Seeker out. I don't really want to run down there to grab his materials. So yeah, this is the Dwarven camp. They have some thematic things, like the cart there. There is the petrified bone here. If we mine out this petrified bone, we'll get more of the black marble. And then inside these walls was the totem that we had to destroy to be able to break the crate that had the extractor in it. Yeah, it's these things, these wooden stakes. They're annoying. They do have a lot of knockback. And then obviously we've used that extractor from the dwarves to make the sap extractor, which is now extracting the sap. Now, with the roots... oh, we can see something there. So, I don't know if you saw those kind of like dark splashes almost that we saw. You can see them just about there in front of us by the edge of the land. That is kind of a... I'm not sure if that's intentional, but that is a way where you can tell there's enemies nearby. Or there's something nearby. Sometimes it will be a hare, sometimes it will be a seeker. It might even be some of the other enemies. If you have your sound turned up, it makes it easier to tell what is nearby, because obviously everything has kind of a distinct noise. This definitely looks like a seeker. It might even be the big one, but we can't get his name to come up because we're not close enough. I think it might be a seeker. a big one, a big brute. Should we go down there? I'm trying to do some damage to it, but its health bar isn't coming up. Oh, we fell down too far. No, 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 no. Yep, there we go. This is a Seeker brute. Oh, not a brute, sorry, a warrior. There's another root as well. Nice. Have we got this one marked? Yes, we do. Right, can we highlight you, please? These are... I don't want to call these guys the trolls of the Mistlands, but they kind of are. They are basically bigger versions of the standard Seekers that deal heavy damage. Seeker Soldier, there we are. Let's see, the bigger versions, they have a lot more health and they deal a lot more damage. And they have really big, heavy attacks. So his first attack that you saw there, he kind of growls or kind of screams out, and then it starts pounding both its left and its right front foot on the ground, like one after another, and it does quite a large area of effective damage as well, so you need to be very careful with that attack because it can hit you from a bit of a distance away. There you go there. You can block and parry that as well. It then also has a charging attack there. We saw he kind of like bowed his head down and just charged towards us, and then he also has a bite attack with the two pincers on the front of his face. But these are Seeker Soldiers. They are tougher, bigger, stronger. You can get 1 and 2 star variants of them. And yeah, they're particularly challenging to take on, but again, as you can see with my planes armor and upgraded shield and stuff, really not that difficult to fight. Oh, we got a Seeker Soldier trophy. Nice. We might have to hang that up in our new base. And they will also drop the carapace and the Seeker meat as well, so you can still gather these standard materials from them, the same as the Seekers. Now, what I just did on the map there, in case you missed it, was I hovered over the route that has our sap extractor on it, and then I've put a red cross through it, so that in future, say if I haven't played for a month or two, or if I've done a whole bunch of recordings and I give it some time whilst turning those into videos before I do my next bunch of recordings, I can come back here and realise, oh, these are the ones that have the sap extractors on them. And the other thing about sap extractors as well is after you've gathered about 30, maybe 40 sap from one root, that root will have pretty much exhausted its sap, and you'll have to take that sap extractor off that root and move it to another one. So they don't have infinite sap, you do have to keep moving your sap extractors around, which is why I've marked several of them on the map. I'm hoping to find a few more near our base that would make life a bit easier for us. Sadly, I can't show you the crate in here, this dwarven area. I can't show you the crate where I got the sap extractor from because there was only one, and I'm pretty sure there's only one in every dwarven area. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to show you that just yet, but as I said, we do need to go find more dwarven areas, and we might need more sap extractors, so we'll definitely have another one of those at some point, just to make it quicker to gather sap. And sap is a very, as I've said, it's a very important crafting element for most of the Mistlands gear, so we're going to need it. And we're going to need quite a high quantity of it. I do actually quite like these stake walls, these kind of wooden spikes on the edge of their walls that are dealing damage. Even though they're annoying and they do lots of knockback, they've actually killed off quite a few hares. We did gather some scale hide and some hare meat whilst we approached that side of the wall as we walked in, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear because I'm talking quite a lot, but there is another enemy we haven't seen yet that is... I hate them so much. There he is. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce the name of this guy, but I'm just going to use the name that I call them, which is a Gyal, or a Gyal. There we go. G-J-A-L-L. Gyal. Gyal. These guys are a pain in the backside because they float and they fly. And they fire, so he's about to do it now, he's firing basically fire bombs at us, but it looks like liquid fire, it's kind of strange, but if he hits you with those globs that he fires at you, it sets you on fire, and they hit very hard, and they also leave a very hard hitting fire damage over time effect as well, and he fires 3 at once. In my experience of the Mistlands so far, if you get hit by all 3 of those globs, it's pretty much a death sentence, but if you're lucky enough and there's water nearby, you can jump into the water and get rid of the debuff, but it still hits very hard. Now, the other thing about Gyals as well is that they seem to lose interest in fighting sometimes and just float away. I think it might just be the fact that they can fly, that they fly up to a distance that's far enough away for them to lose interest in fighting, but sometimes they do just float off and then turn around and come back. Now, Gyals also have a second ability, which is a real big pain in the ass. We haven't seen them yet, but I'm hoping that we will. But the main thing about fighting Gjorls is you have to use a bow and arrow, or you have to use a ranged attack of some kind. And if you can, you need to aim for the glowing orange underbelly that they have. So as you can see, I'm just kind of doing standard damage to him, but if I hit underneath him, it deals bonus damage. There you go, that kind of glowing orange bit there, and it's doing yellow increased damage. Right, get in the water, get in the water. You can see it's hitting quite hard already. So that's basically just his weak point, and you can blow him up by doing that. Aha! These are the other things. Okay, so these are ticks. And this is what ticks do. They jump onto you, and they deal lots and lots of damage. It's not lots and lots. They do small amounts of damage, but they deal... It's like damage over time, essentially. And they will constantly run around and jump on you and try and attach themselves to you. Like this guy, this little guy right here. And he doesn't get off. In order to get the ticks off you, if they've jumped and latched onto you, you have to dodge roll. Or maybe jumping does it as well. If you're lucky enough that they've attached themselves right in front of your character, if you do like a random melee swing, you should be able to kill them. But sometimes it does miss, so you need to be careful. And the ticks drop blood clots, which are used for a variety of new crafting recipes. I believe we unlocked a couple of new ones. I'm pretty certain the blood clots are used in the next level of healing mead as well, which is very, very important. We definitely want those. We've also got a bile bag, which is dropped from the Gjorl. He drops the bile bag. So I'm guessing that's what he's firing at us, just globs of bile, but it just sets you on fire, and it's horrible. I hate fighting Gjorls. They were a nightmare when I first came to the Mistlands. They killed me over and over and over again. Because usually I would encounter, because they can fly, they're usually quite high up in the high up areas of the Mistlands, so you don't usually encounter them unless you're doing what I'm doing now, which is you're climbing these kind of steep bits, although I'm failing rather hard at that one. So yeah, if you need, sometimes you have to climb over these in order to explore properly. Come on, get up there. Yes, there we go. And yeah, when you start climbing up, you'll start seeing Gjorls, and they are a pain. Horrible to fight. But if you've got a good ranged weapon, and if you aim for the weak point underneath its belly, you can take it down fairly quickly. It will take you several shots, but what I'd say is if you notice a Gjorl, you can kind of hear them because they have this very low, kind of rumbling, very bassy sound when they're flying around nearby. Ah, here we are. How much sap have we collected? We have 10. Oh, that was quick. Nice. And there's our sap. We have full bags. Oof, awkward. Let's drop the coins. We don't exactly need those. There we go. We now have bile bombs. We can build some new lightning resistance meads. We also have a couple of other things we've unlocked as well that we need the sap for. But that's not the only recipes we get from them. They are also needed in another type of crafting, which we will do hopefully soon. There are some other things we need to gather in order to... Oh, I closed the door on myself. Whoops. And there's other stuff we need to gather in order to unlock the majority of recipes that we need for sap, but we now have 10. And as you can see, the sap stacks up to 50 per stack, rather than, say, like 20 with the bars and stuff. So, yeah. As you can tell, because it stacks up to 50, as soon as I saw that, I realised, oh, we're going to need a lot of sap, so... Let's put some... Let's just put it in here for now. We need to drop off our inventories, really. We need to build some bigger chests as well, to be honest, so I might actually... Actually, for now, we'll put down a third chest, actually. We'll put down a third chest. We're probably going to turn these into bigger chests at some point. I just don't know if I want to do it right now, as we're still kind of exploring. Let's put the blood clot, bile bag, and the sap in here. What else is there? We've got needles and stuff. Should probably take those back to the main base. Aha, our black metal scraps are done. So if we find another Dverger extractor, we can make another sap extractor with those black metal bars, which we do want to do at some point to kind of speed up our sap gathering process. Here we go, back at base. Let's drop off some of this other stuff. I might actually end the episode soon as well. Yeah, I think I will actually. Well, this is a pretty good point to end the episode, coming back here to just drop things off. We'll get rid of the Seeker Soldier helmet as well. The trophy. So yeah, that is our initial forays into the Mistlands. Our next episode will be exploring even further. But thank you everybody for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed. I do apologise for the missing footage, and I shall see you in our next episode.